The 2026 Honda Civic HEV isn't just another facelift. It's a car that just pulled a move nobody saw coming. While most new models get more expensive every year, Honda has done the opposite. They've dropped the price. Yes, in a market where everything feels like it's going up, this Civic is somehow going down. But is the lower cost simply a clever headline? Or does the fresh design, updated tech, and hybrid performance truly make it the best value Civic yet? Let's take it for a drive and find out. The Civic name has been around for more than 50 years, and through that time, it's become one of America's most trusted everyday cars. Reliable, efficient, and priced within reach, it's long been the go-to for students, commuters, and families alike. But here's the twist. The 2026 Honda Civic HEV isn't just another version of a well-loved sedan. It represents Honda's growing push to blend practicality with hybrid technology at a time when drivers are caught between gas-powered familiarity and the shift toward full EVs done on the outside. This new facelift sharpens the Civic's edges, giving it a more modern and premium look. On the inside, Honda claims you're getting smarter tech, improved comfort, and updated safety features, all while paying less than before. That's something we rarely hear with new model launches, and it immediately shifts expectations. For Honda, this isn't just about refreshing a design. It's about making the hybrid Civic more appealing to U.S. buyers who aren't ready to jump into full EV territory but still want better fuel efficiency, lower emissions, and, of course, good value. So the big questions are, does this facelift HEV actually deliver an upgraded experience, or is the headline-grabbing price drop doing most of the heavy lifting? We put it to the test, inside, outside, and on the road, to see whether this latest Civic is truly the smarter buy for today's driver. Step up to the 2026 Honda Civic HEV facelift, and at first glance, it's clear Honda wanted this car to feel fresher, sharper, and more upscale without losing the everyday approachability that makes the Civic so recognizable. The redesigned front grille looks bolder and a touch sportier, paired with slimmer LED headlights that give it a confident, almost premium expression. Around back, the tweaks are more subtle, but the taillight signatures have a crisper, tech-inspired look. In short, it's unmistakably Civic, but sleeker, like a favorite pair of sneakers that just got upgraded with cleaner lines. Slip inside, and the cabin shows off one of the biggest leaps. Honda has been listening, because drivers in this segment want practicality, but they've also grown to expect a hint of modern luxury, even in compact cars. The dash is more streamlined. The 9-inch central display feels sharper and more responsive, and the digital driver's cluster now delivers key info without feeling cluttered. Materials have gotten a noteworthy bump too. Yes, there's still some hard plastic, but touchpoints like the steering wheel, shifter, and armrests now feel softer, sturdier, and more durable. And for a car famous for daily driving, seat comfort matters more than horsepower bragging rights. Fortunately, the Civic delivers with improved bolstering while still being relaxed over long commutes. Technology has also stepped up. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, making connectivity far less fussy. Honda Sensing, the suite of driver assistance features, covers adaptive cruise, lane keeping, emergency braking, the full toolkit you'd expect in pricier rivals. Unlike some systems that feel twitchy or heavy-handed, Honda's setup is predictably smooth, a huge plus for first-time buyers nervous about semi-autonomous tech. Now, performance. The HEV hybrid setup pairs a gasoline engine with electric motors to balance efficiency and pep. On paper, it's not the kind of output that'll light your hair on fire, but that's not the point here. What matters is how the Civic handles in daily life. Around town, it's quiet and responsive, with instant torque from the electric motor helping you glide through traffic lights without lag. On the highway, you'll notice the system leans more on the engine, but transitions are impressively seamless. Most drivers won't even notice the switch. Fuel efficiency is, of course, the star here. While full EPA numbers aren't final yet, Honda is teasing figures that could edge well past 50 miles per gallon, slotting it neatly between conventional gas sedans and more expensive hybrids. That immediately raises the question, is this the sweet spot for drivers who want savings at the pump without fully committing to a plug-in EV lifestyle? There are trade-offs, naturally. The trunk space shrinks slightly thanks to the hybrid battery placement, And while ride comfort is stable, enthusiastic drivers might find steering feedback a little too safe compared to sportier Civic variants. But the point of this car isn't to thrill. It's to deliver a balanced package that feels modern, efficient, and accessible. And that brings us to the big reveal. Yes, Honda actually slashed pricing compared to the outgoing model. The facelift isn't just a cosmetic refresh. It's a strategic move to make the Civic Hybrid more attractive in a crowded segment. But how does this pricing gamble stack up to its rivals? And does the real-world experience justify the hype? That's exactly what we'll dig into in the next section. This is where the 2026 Honda Civic HEV facelift proves what it's really made of. On paper, the updates promise sharper style, better tech, and stronger efficiency. But numbers only tell part of the story. Out on the road, the Civic delivers an experience that's surprisingly refined for its class. The hybrid system quietly kicks in with immediate torque, and for city driving, that means snappy getaways and smooth merges without the usual whine or sluggishness you might expect. Slip it into sport mode, and it even gives a little extra punch. Not heart racing, but enough to surprise you considering it's wearing the sensible Civic badge. But here's the real shocker, the ride quality. Honda has always been about balance, but this facelift Civic feels genuinely composed, almost leaning toward entry-level luxury. Road noise is dialed back, suspension soaks up potholes with ease, and steering, while not aimed at thrill seekers, feels reassuringly planted. It's the kind of everyday comfort you normally pay thousands more for in a premium brand. And then comes the biggest twist of all, the price drop. At a time when competitors are inching costs higher, Honda just undercut itself, launching this hybrid facelift at a lower price than the outgoing model. That means you're getting fresh styling, hybrid efficiency, and upgraded features while actually spending less than you would have last year. It's almost the automotive version of finding a brand new iPhone that costs less than last year's model. Unheard of. So does this all add up to the smartest buy in its segment? Or is there still a catch waiting in the fine print? That's exactly where we head next. The final verdict on whether the new Civic Hybrid facelift is the deal of the decade or just a clever tease. So, what's the final word on the 2026 Honda Civic HEV facelift? Simply put, it's a rare case where a major refresh delivers more than expected and at a lower price. That combination alone makes it stand out in a market where buyers are constantly being asked to stretch their budgets. The pros are clear: sleeker styling that gives the Civic more presence, a significantly improved cabin with upgraded materials and smarter tech, a hybrid system that balances smooth power with potential 50-plus mpg efficiency, and a price that undercuts not only its predecessor, but also many key rivals. Add Honda's trusted reputation for reliability and resale value, and this feels like one of the most dependable bets in the compact segment. Of course, it isn't flawless. The cons: slightly reduced trunk space thanks to the hybrid battery, steering that plays it safe rather than sporty, and the reality that true enthusiasts may still prefer something with more punch, like the Civic C or Type R. For everyday commuters, families, and anyone counting fuel dollars, though, those drawbacks fade quickly. In the current U.S. market, where drivers are caught between gas models and full EVs, the Civic HEV positions itself as an ideal middle ground: affordable, efficient, tech-savvy, and familiar. And when a brand sets a precedent of lowering prices while improving features, it could nudge competitors to rethink their strategies too. So here's the impact. Honda has just drawn a line in the sand, reminding the industry that value still matters. And for buyers, that makes this Civic one of the smartest picks of the year. But what do you think? Is the 2026 Honda Civic HEV facelift a game-changing buy, or just a clever refresh with a headline-grabbing price cut? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if this deep dive helped you, and don't forget to subscribe for more honest, real-world car reviews coming your way.